Okay, cool. Hey everyone. So, my name is Tim, and this is my art. Well, it's an art piece that I'm working on, and I'm just sharing my creative journey. It's been a while. Been doing a lot of different things, but wanted to hop back on, just hit go live and actually go live. So, here we are. This is a new piece I'm working on. This is canvas. I've gessoed, and I have it up. And yeah, so just kind of share my creative process with this new work. And just, talking about kind of how I find inspiration for all of my work. And at the moment, specifically, this one is more about, my headspace and like the way that we're influenced or inspired in both the positive and negative, and how we can also embrace that to both learn and create from it something good. You have your ups and downs. I mean, the thing is, it's all about balance, but you can't have good if you have no bad, and you can't have bad if you don't have any good. So they're just kind of the inevitable match, just common denominators that are required, and that's just with everything in life. But I love like those kind of juxtapositions or things in life, because they're kind of what make us who we are, and really learn to appreciate everything that we have and don't have, and the people around us, and really just being thankful and grateful. As you can see, this kind of, I don't know if you can see it, yeah, you can kind of see it, but this was like my sketch to begin with, and it's changed. I mean, it stayed along the same path for the most part, and I will add what I have on the sketch into this piece. I'm just making some changes, and I'm using this as a reference image, actually, to get this kind of stance here. So this will end up being almost like its head, this officer's head. Not necessarily sure that I'm going to make it a police officer as much as I just like the jacket that he has on. Just an old leather jacket, and it kind of works with the black and white that I've been using, and just like the simple pops of color. So it's merely just a reference, to be honest. And typically I do like to work in color, but I started with this using China marker. It was all just China marker, like all this still is China marker, and I went in with a that Posca marker, and did some more like darkening, like shading certain areas. And I am gonna add color, but it's gonna be just like pops of color throughout the whole thing to tie it all together. Like I said, my intentions weren't to do it in black and white, but I kind of like it. It's a little different. I do use a lot of black and white in my work, but generally with a bunch of color. So there's usually just kind of mix all over. But this one's a little different. I guess I say that because it's more of a rough style versus a very like clean kind of painterly way, using acrylic and such. What's interesting is I've created this collar over here, and I told you it was a reference because I'm just kind of making it how I. Sometimes, to me, I can do my best like drawings and sketches, and just in my work whenever I'm not thinking about what I'm drawing, but kind of following the shapes that I'm creating as I'm sketching, and I'm able to build on top of that to create something that looks like or identical to whatever I have in mind to begin with. So my idea was, okay, a collared shirt, so you could see his shoulders, and so this would be the head. But as I showed you, I was using a reference image from a cop that had on an old jacket. It's like an old 70s or 80s kind of style grunge pick, and all I really cared about was like a big collar. A collared shirt is what my mind went to first, but then I was using a reference from a jacket, and I was like, oh, I like the jacket, but it's turning out to be just a button up, so. Yeah, that's what I did. That's all right. There we go. So what I like is like the shadow right here. It's like honestly just like a big black spot on the image, so it's nice because I can like actually connect it with my flows already, and so it's not really, I'm not trying to like transform the image too much and still get the idea, hopefully. Yeah, okay, yeah, so Yes, it's kind of nice. So yeah, so the shapes are coming in now, and I feel like had to get this out and go ahead and start laying in, because if not, it was just gonna look crazy. And I know it's hard to see actually on camera whenever I'm using a pencil. Yeah. Something that I love about using this kind of like this, it reminds me of like charcoal in a weird way. And just using like, you can keep on going over and over to get it darker and darker until it's just completely covered in pigment, or you can like let the texture of the canvas play as or use it for highlights and like, to give it depth or shading. And I just like kind of enjoying that. And that's one reason I kept working with it and ended up in keeping it like this. I honestly thought I would be. It would take me a lot longer to figure this out. But it hasn't. You know. There we go. So you can actually see the. But yeah, thanks for watching, and